Hey guys, Alex with Bay Cities Construction. Today, we're doing a soft story retrofit. Check it out. Hey, we're here at another soft story retrofit project in LA. This job's over on Bronson, over in kind of mid-city, and small building. I think we got four units here, but the parking garages are kind of big, so it's a pretty big drag line. Today we're going to be starting the hardware installation, so the A35 clips, the LTP 5s, and start doing all the kind of light hardware. So look forward to sharing this project with you. Let me walk you through the project so you can have an understanding of what this is going to take. And this is a little bit unusual because the gravity system is steel. So we're going to have to match our new steel moment frame with the existing steel gravity beam. So let's check it out. Really interesting project. We've got steel as a column. We've got steel up on top as a gravity system. Got a little saddle. They combined a little hybrid action with some wood. So the moment frame is going to sit covering this bay from here to the other post. So it's a double, it's a good sized moment frame. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill through bolts and connect the moment frame to the gravity system. So what we're doing today is basically we have the stucco opened up, and we're going to put in all the hardware. We have A35s holding the floor system of the building to the gravity system. The idea is that during an earthquake, the different parts want to separate from each other, right? So the floor wants to separate from the wall, the floor wants to slide over the gravity system. So all of these hardwares keep the building together. Keep the floor connected to the gravity system, the walls connected to the floor, and then everything moves together and hopefully withstands the earthquake. Hopefully it's not a big earthquake and it doesn't cause too much damage. But that's basically what we're setting up now. We are using the Simpson moment frame, so shout out to Simpson. We got our moment frame done in record time. That's awesome. The moment frame is going to be shipped here in a few days, and look forward to sharing that unboxing. There's nothing more fun than unboxing a moment frame. Many of you may be looking at this frame and say, oh, there's a moment frame in here, there's steel. It's got to be a moment frame. It's got to be earthquake ready. If you look at this, look at how thin this steel is. This steel was designed to take compressive weight, gravity weight, but it is not thick enough to resist lateral force. This will twist and really twist and turn and crush at the base. So this is embedded. It's embedded in concrete, okay? But it will bend right here. As the ground moves and gravity is pushing this straight down, that force, the fact that the building wants to stay still, and the ground is moving because the earthquake is an irresistible force, the steel will start to bend there, okay? Once the building starts to get some momentum during the earthquake, it'll bend again at the top point. Where it will never bend is where everybody focuses their attention, is here. Nothing will ever happen here. There's almost zero force put on the center of any of these posts. All of the damage is incurred on the extremities. So on the top where it's going to connect to the wood, and on the bottom where it connects to the ground. So this is not a moment frame, no way. Is it a good gravity system? Absolutely, because it resists rot, and it's a lot harder to deteriorate this in the ground than it is a piece of wood. But there's no way that this is a moment frame. So definitely for the opening size, it definitely needs some retrofitting. The building is not very heavy, and luckily this building, let me show you something. If we look at the condition of the diaphragm, those diagonal, that's the subfloor that you're looking at. There's very little damage. There's a little bit of damage over by the pipes, but the rest of it looks pretty darn good. This is another part that's kind of freaky. You see the hole, that hole where the knot fell out? Believe me, as kind of funky as it looks, it's not horrible. It's not in bad shape. And if you go to the inside of the building, it's even in better shape. of that splatter is splatter of stucco and gunite. So that's not rust or rot or anything. There's a little bit of termite damage on one of them. I've seen some of these buildings where they're all like that, and that deteriorates the lateral strength of the. If you're looking at a geometric plane of the floor where people are walking, right? So that part during an earthquake starts to do this, the walls start to do this, and they start to want to come apart. So the idea is that they do this together, right? The vertical piece of the building and the horizontal piece of the building stay intact and moves together. And the moment frame will create stiffness along the opening, right? On the opening plane. So it'll prevent the building from swaying past its critical level. See, most buildings, they're designed to sway no more than 2% of their height. So on a 16 foot high building, you're talking about 4 inches, roughly 4 or 5 inches. You don't really want the building to sway any more than that because things will start breaking. So these are the parameters that you want to stay within in the design of the soft story retrofit. The engineers will calculate all this stuff based on the weight of the building, the proximity to the nearest known earthquake fault, the geological composition of the soil. All of these things are factors in what and how they design the retrofit. So kind of a cool building because of some of the features. Not a difficult building to retrofit. The access is easy to get in here. We can get the forklifts in here later for manipulating the moment frames. So it's going to be a cool, fun retrofit, pretty straightforward, and look forward to sharing that footage with you. So we're looking at probably another 4 to 6 weeks worth of work, depending on how things go when we excavate. We have to do a pre-construction meeting with the city once we have the excavation done, so that the city can see the site conditions of the bases of the column and also what the condition is of the framing. So we're almost there. I think within a week or so we're going to do that. This building has been approved for quite some time, and like many older owners, you know, they're a little bit under the gun now to get the project started because their plans are going to expire. So if you've been thinking about doing this, or you have some plans that are close to expiring, you should probably take some action. If you need us to give you some help with that, we'd love to talk to you at our offices. Guys, so this is your update for this soft store retrofit. We're going to be working here for a few more weeks. Look forward to sharing more videos with you. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell so you get notified when we have a new video coming. We've got a lot of really cool home remodeling projects coming up in the works that we're going to be doing. We've got one in Torrance and some other videos that we're going to be posting, so please stay tuned for those. My name is Alex with Bay Cities Construction. Mining you don't need a contractor, you need a team of pros. Retrofit pros.